and welcome to Jagee's Cookbook. Well, this time it's a very special episode, and well, Onam being the best and the most traditional festival which is celebrated in Kerala, irrespective of religion, caste, creed or anything. And everyone gets into the mood to celebrate this beautiful festival of colors and vibrancy and happiness. The weather also is very nice during Onam, very windy and very comfortable. Now, before I, actually go into the episode, I want to wish you all from Jagee, from all the staff of Jagee's Cookbook, a very happy Onam to all my lovely viewers. I love you all very much, and yes, have a wonderful Onam. Enjoy yourselves, relax, and also enjoy your holidays. Go back to school, office, or everything refreshed and energetic. Well, we all know that Onam is a very traditional festival of Kerala. And well, the best thing about Onam is the Ona Sadhya, and everyone is very happy to have it. Now, the best thing about Ona Sadhya is usually everyone goes for the Paayasam. Usually people they cook 3 to 4 Paayasams during Onam, and there are some people who do 10 to 12, I've heard. Well, I'm going to show you a very different, modern Jagee Paayasam, which is my own invention. It will remind you of, the Bounty chocolate bar, because it contains chocolate and coconut, which really complements each other. Coconut and chocolate really goes well with each other, and they really, make a very good partnership. So for all of you, because sweetness is the symbolic, beautiful thing of love, of friendship, of happiness, and everything. That's why I decided to show you this Paayasam, and I know you'll all enjoy it. And yes, it is absolutely tasty. So for all of you from Jagee, this is a very sweet episode just for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the chocolate paayasam, my Onam special. So this time, this is very different and my own unique, or Jagee's own unique invention. Well, what we need for this is 600 ml of coconut milk, okay? Now that is going to be divided into 400 ml of thin coconut milk and 200 ml of thick coconut milk or coconut cream. Very easy. The concept is easy, but just put all the ingredients together. But the way you do it is the only thing which is different. If you get it right, it's absolutely delicious and will be the queen of all paayasams, I tell you. Okay. So first of all, we'll light the fire. Okay. And in this, like I said, 400 ml of thin coconut milk, okay? Okay, that goes, don't need this. In this, we add around 50 grams of butter, unsalted butter, okay? 50 grams of unsalted butter. This needs some help. Okay, so we're going to get this bounty flavor, okay? That's coconut and chocolate flavor we're going to. Okay, just mix these together. So while this is actually melting down, the coconut milk, the thin coconut milk and the butter, gorgeous. What we're going to do is, I'm going to add around 200 to 210 grams of plain chocolate, okay? Well, now what I've done is I've taken half and a half. This is dark chocolate and this is milk chocolate. Now, if you are giving it to children, or if you plan to give it to children alone, I suggest you use only milk chocolate and not dark chocolate, because dark chocolate might give you that bitter taste. But if you're giving it for adults, go ahead and use full dark chocolate. So what I've done here is I have done half and half. So half milk chocolate and half dark chocolate. This is boiling away. Just put this in. Okay, so 200 to 210 grams of chocolate. This has to melt. Okay, lovely. This has to really melt. Now make sure this is on low heat. We don't want it, to stick. It's better to use a non-stick pan. If you're not using a non-stick pan, I suggest you keep it on low heat. Okay. Now keep on stirring it till it becomes a lovely, lovely sauce. Now, this chocolate paayasam is actually your own, your own taste. If you want it very chocolatey, then I suggest you add a little more cocoa powder. Okay, it all depends upon one's own taste. If you don't want it that chocolatey, keep it simple. Okay. So let the chocolate melt, 200 to 210 grams of chocolate. Let it melt. It's going to really, really have this typical bounty smell. Now, in that, I'm going to add around half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Okay, half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Okay. One teaspoon to half a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Half a teaspoon would do. Okay. Keep on stirring. Very easy. This is a very easy paayasam. Then, to balance everything, because cooking is balance of all ingredients. So, a pinch of salt. Just a pinch, okay? So that it balances the sweetness and everything. Otherwise, you won't get the real taste of the chocolate. It has to balance. The ingredients has to balance. Now, I here, don't want to add cocoa powder, but see the color now is, it's a chocolatey color. But remember that we have around 200 ml of thick coconut milk. So once thick coconut milk is added, this is going to change color again. It becomes lighter. So it all depends upon how much chocolatey look and how much chocolatiness you really need. Okay? I might as well add half a teaspoon of cocoa, just half, okay? So like I said, it's just half to 1 teaspoon of cocoa, not more than that. And obviously cocoa is good for you. Keep on stirring it. Then what we need is half to 3/4 cup of cooked basmati rice, okay? Cooked basmati rice here. And let that simmer, okay? Let that really simmer well. For around, let it simmer for around 15 minutes. After that, we'll come back, okay? Now, after around 10 minutes, it would be good, check for your sweetness and put according to your taste. Now, here I'm going to put half to 1 cup. This is 1 cup, okay? But you have to decide your own sweetness, okay? Because different people like different sweetness for paayasams. Well, there are paayasams which are really sweet and it will shock your taste buds. That's not what we want. You can't actually taste the paayasam when it's too sweet. It should be, like I said, always, there should be a balance. Everything should be balanced. If until you balance everything, your tongue won't adjust, or tongue won't register the correct taste. So to really register the correct taste, you have to balance everything right. So I suggest what you do is first put half a cup of sugar, then add according to your own taste. Okay? If it's for children alone, then I suggest 1 cup is more than enough. Otherwise, we have diabetic patients and everything. Also you can use Splenda. Splenda is, it's a alternative for sugar. You can use that for making this paayasam, so that diabetic people or people who cannot take sugar can no problem, they can take this paayasam, because you're using Splenda instead of sugar, white sugar. Don't use Jagee or palm sugar. That won't go with this specific paayasam. Okay, so let's wait for around 5 to 10 more minutes, altogether around 15 to 20 minutes. So the consistency has to get a bit thick. Okay, now while this is simmering, okay, that is 15 to 20 minutes, when it's simmering, I suggest don't go anywhere, stay with the paayasam, okay, and keep on stirring it on low heat, okay, so that you have to be loving and caring towards the paayasam. Until you're loving and caring, it won't, take care of you. So if you want it to taste good, you have to also treat it good. Treat it with love and care and gentleness. If you just leave it like that and go and then come back, because the last thing is we have to add around 200 ml of thick coconut milk. That's around here. Thick coconut milk. That's the final, and I just heat through, and then the paayasam is ready. So probably you might think, okay, 15 to 20 minutes, let it be there, and I'll come back and just add the 200 ml of coconut milk at last. But I suggest it might scorch, or it might it stick in the bottom of the pan, and that's not good. You're not going to get a nice, delicious paayasam. So treat it with care. Enjoy this, and enjoy the smell also. The smell is awesome. That coconut milk and that chocolatiness, everything. You enjoy cooking. I always told all of you to enjoy what you do. Unless you enjoy what you do, unless you really immerse yourself into it and show that, okay, I really love what I do, then only whatever you make will be appealing to others. So keep on doing this. You must have noticed, okay, if my camera can catch it, now it's thick. See, it's got this chocolatey, fudgy sauce. Awesome. Now, what we do is, it's on low heat. So what we do is, now when we add the thick coconut milk, always be sure not to boil it, because it splits. Okay, so I'm going to add around 200 ml of thick coconut milk or coconut cream, and keep on stirring it. Like I said, be very gentle, loving, caring. Okay, don't just plop the whole thing in. Lovely. Now let this heat through. Okay, let's keep this out here. Just heat this through, and finito. It's finished. Our chocolate paayasam is ready and waiting to be eaten. Now I'm just going to heat it through, and you just off the fire and keep on stirring. Don't stop. keep on stirring it. If you don't stir it, it might split. So keep on stirring it, okay? Now, usually in payasams, what they do is, finally there's this, you add a little bit of nuts and raisins and everything and put some butter or ghee or something and put it on top. For this, no, don't do it. This is just like this. It's a Western payasam. So this is preferably best this way. Okay, if you are really adamant on doing that style, okay, go ahead. But Jagee, because it's my invention, I suggest that you do it this way. Okay, so our chocolate paayasam is done. It's heated through. You can actually see the smoke coming through. Don't let it boil. Now, once this is over, now this is, it's heated through and it's ready to be transferred into a conventional, traditional type of Onam, what you say for this. And because obviously you'll have to serve it in this. You can't serve it in a ceramic bowl or anything. That won't look good. So be careful and carefully. So my chocolate paayasam, my God, this is really hot. This is really, really yummy. It smells gorgeous. From Jagee's cookbook and all the stuff from Jagee's cookbook, this is our present to you.